and welcome to another timeless tarot reading. I'll start by clearing the energy with my bell. I call upon my guides, my angels, my ancestors and galactic family to channel through me the messages that this collective will need to hear at the time it reaches them. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Let's get into it today. Another week, more opportunities. Okay, this is too many. Let's just see if there's any. These are so slippery today. Definitely feel a lot of ripeness of possibilities in the air right now. The time of this reading, there's a new moon and an equinox this week, so that energy is going to be in this reading. Ooh. So the one that came out was the King of Pentacles. The first thing that stands out to me about this card right now is the growth, is the greenery all around him, growing up by his sides. And it's really standing out that the growth is, I feel like there's a big acceleration in growth happening right now. And that's something that I've been feeling myself as well, is just so much energy of like rapid acceleration of growth, of movement. And this growth could be, physical growth. Maybe you're growing fitness-wise on a fitness journey of some kind, or maybe you're growing spiritually, deepening your spiritual gifts. Could be growth in shadow work. It could be growth in your career, your passions. Could be growth in family or friendship or community. But there's a lot of growth energy just in the air, along with like new possibilities, new opportunities, a lot of newness coming forth as we enter this new moon energy, and a lot of releasing, as well as kind of like this new time since we're going through this equinox. And it's like ever since the daylight saving times, I've found and felt a very significant shift internally with myself. Maybe you're feeling that too. And the King of Pentacles also often represents success and financial security. So with him, I see him holding the pentacles. It's kind of like a coin. And not only is this growth potentially personal growth, but it could be growth in your financial success. And the greenery can be really linked to financial success coming up. And I'm getting like high achiever energy from this as well, with all the like rapid growth. It's like somebody's who has a lot of goals, who sets out to meet those goals and can really focus. Like you can really bring a lot of determination to achieve whatever you pretty much set your mind to. I also get some like protective energy going on. I'm drawn to the crow and like the red dot above him. For me, that could really signal some spirit support or some physical support in this realm that's going on. So I definitely feel like your guides or whoever you really connect with on the other side is really kind of cheering you on a little bit. They're like on your shoulder. They're around your energy, kind of just supporting you and nudging you in the right direction and believing in you. And I also think there could be you having some protective energy as well over, your success, your goals, other people that you care about. Like, I just feel this sort of a little bit of protective energy all around. I definitely feel a whole lot of thinking, like the way he's holding his face, there's a lot of thinking going on, and that could go with newfound like success or promotions or gaining respect or just work opportunities. It's gonna really present itself different for each of you. But I definitely feel a lot of like thinking about your next steps. Like you have these goals, and I definitely think and feel that like achieving them is definitely in your horizon, in this future timeline that you've created for yourself. It's like you have been aligning your timeline to good fortune, to luck, to success, and clearing blocks, clearing thought patterns that are blocks, like thought patterns of lack, of struggle, clearing old belief systems, maybe that you weren't worthy of success or any of that. And now you're aligned with this timeline of abundance, of prosperity, of health, of wealth, of peace, of community, of connection, of love. It's like more than just financial. Financial is a part of it, but I see an abundance in all these categories across our well-being. So just love and peace and connection and hope and health and abundance just across everything. It's like you've been manifesting more than one thing, and so all these things want to come through for you because you've been purging what doesn't serve you anymore, that could be subconsciously holding you back. It's like clearing of subconscious and conscious beliefs, of thought patterns, to welcome in this new timeline that's full of opportunities and abundance. But it's like once those opportunities and these different things come forward for you, there could be a lot of opportunities with your career or with creative projects or something going on where you're going to have to think about your next steps of like, do I want to proceed with this offer? Do I want to accept this job? Is this job highly aligned with my values? Will they treat me well? Because it's more than just getting the bag. It's more than just money. You care more about how well you're going to be treated and received and whatever work environment you're going to be in. It could be starting a new business or pursuing a business you already have and making just different strategic strategies within your business, and you're just kind of thinking about the right way to go about these opportunities and the abundance that's flowing to you. And it could come in like a wave. They're showing me like a wave, right? Crashing towards you. And it's like you're going to get wet with opportunities, but then you're really going to have to navigate those new waters. It's like almost like uncharted territory, like you haven't been in before. So you have to really think about your next steps and how you're going to navigate this new timeline, these new opportunities that are presenting themselves in your life. And that's another reason you have some guides that are helping you. So if you're struggling with making certain decisions about if you should move forward with certain parts of your business or career or even people in your life, if they're highly aligned, you can always talk to your guides, meditate on it, and see what comes, because they're helping to guide you to make sure that you're managing everything in a way with ease and with alignment. And there's this also nonchalant attitude where it's like you're at a stage where you know you're worthy of success and luck and abundance and good fortune and opportunities and love and connection and good health, and you're taking steps in that direction. Like you have to take some active steps while you're anchoring in this frequency that you're elevating, you're anchoring this frequency of this new timeline. And there's this almost like nonchalantness and feeling around it, and how his expression is of like, yeah, I know I'm worthy of abundance. It's like you're anchoring in that frequency so hard that you're like, of course, I'm worthy of success. I'm worthy of acclamations. I'm worthy of rewards, of luck, of fortune, of success, of love, of connection. It's like, yes, like this is what I deserve. It's starting to become almost second nature that you're not going to doubt what comes in for you, because doubt is the opposite of the frequency that you're existing in and anchoring in. So like when you're presented with all of this growth and abundance around you, it's going to be not met with doubt, but with, yes, like this is my time. This is what's meant for me. This is what I've been working towards and forward and looking forward to. And it's almost like it's just going to start coming naturally. And there's no I can't give an exact timeline on any of this because it's going to work differently in each of your lives. And there's also something to be said for divine timing. The more we just hold on to and anchor in this energy of luck and abundance, of good fortune, the more that we can trust in divine and presenting it in the perfect timing and alignment for us. And some meditation I did recently from Reiki Rachel, who I highly recommend for any of her meditations and activations, was based on this concept of it's all so wonderful, it's a wonderful life, it's a wonderful life. And things like anchoring in this frequency of joy and wonder and just getting into the habit of doing that and seeing how that changes your life. Like a combination of gratitude and just anchoring in these mantras or meditations that are just like anchoring in all the goodness that the world has for you, the opportunities, because God has an infinite number of blessings. We're not in competition with each other because God is infinite, Source is infinite, Creator is infinite, whatever you want to call it. There's an infinite amount of money, blessings, opportunities, creativity, ideas, growth, health, love. And we're part of creation, we're a part of Source. So we have access to infinite love, wealth, health, prosperity, abundance, luck, blessings, ideas, creativity. And so when we recognize that and we tap into that and we start anchoring in that and not thinking about competition with others, because it really doesn't exist. I mean, it does if you're talking about the 3D world. Of course, there's competition and, biases and all that kind of stuff. But we're talking about anchoring in 5D codes. We're talking about anchoring in source energy, light body energy, where it's not limited by 3D concepts. So when we anchor in those 5D concepts, then those 5D concepts and ideas and feelings and truths can start manifesting in this 3D reality. So, I don't know, that's just what's coming through. Let's see if there's more cards about what's coming for us, what energy we're in and going to be in. Woo-hoo. I trust the present moment, 9 of Swords. Yeah, so the 9 of Swords energy, as it's coming forth right now, is a trust. It's definitely coming forth for me right now as you anchoring in the present what you want, what you deserve, and your goals and your achievements. And typically the Nine of Swords can represent anxiety or worry or doubt. And so it could indicate that something you could be going through, or they could be showing you that this could be a block to this. Like you need to start clearing worries or doubts and trusting more in the present, trusting more in the divine. And it's good to anchor in that we're worth all these wonderful abundance. But if we get too caught up in, it's such a fine line, manifestation, everything is such a fine line, because we want to be anchoring in this future of abundance and prosperity and feeling that and affirming that and having mantras. But we also need to be present in the everyday moment. Be present and grateful for what we have in this present day, in every moment that we have. Because time, our time on earth, our time alive, our time with people is one of our greatest gifts. So we need to really recognize that and be grateful for what we have in this current moment and trust that the divine is anchoring in when we do our rituals or whatever you do to sort of manifest and anchor in all of our good luck and fortune and wealth and success. We do that for a part of the day, and then the rest of the day we're trying to be present and grateful for all the little things, for the air, for being able to see, to feel, to touch, to breathe, to taste, everything. And there could also be some feelings of nightmares. This can also reference some nightmares going on. I know I've been experiencing some really interesting nightmares, very, very intense ones on and off lately. But to me, my nightmares aren't really a manifestation of my fears. I've done so much shadow work. A lot of my nightmares is light work that I'm doing, where I'm like fighting dark energies with light weapons and things like that. And so maybe you're doing that too. So there could be some of you who are maybe you're not consciously aware yet, but you are a light worker, and when you go to sleep, you're astral traveling and doing some light work and light battling in your sleep. So if you wake up super, super tired, even though you slept, and you have like some weird nightmares where you're like fighting different types of like entities and things like that, you could be doing light warrior work in your sleep, and that could be draining you a little bit. So it's good to just take it easy with yourself. Really try to rest and meditate if you have time during the day to sort of regain some of your energy that you might have lost doing your night traveling. I'm gonna link a video in the bottom of this. There's someone who talks about all the different starseed missions, and one of them is being a light warrior, and she goes into more depth about all the different ways you might have a starseed mission and how that will manifest in your life. So yeah, if you feel called to investigate that more, that just is coming through right now, of like maybe some of you have some starseed missions that you're doing and you might be not consciously aware of it yet. So yeah, I'll link that. You might find it interesting. I definitely feel more so like a retired starseed, and she'll explain that in detail in that video. And starseeds do a little bit of everything, essentially. But it might help you figure out what's going on. All right. These kind of want to come through. So let's see. Oh my gosh. This is so sweet. I feel like the guides are coming through, the angels. I trust I'm always safe and protected. Oh my gosh. So when I'm talking about this nightmare energy, this is to me a direct relation to that, of even though you might be facing nightmares or some situations in the dreamscape, or maybe even in the waking world for you, you're being protected even in your dreams. In your dreams, you're being protected and guided. And it's like they're sacred missions, and you have help and you have assistance, and they are there to help you on this journey. So that can also just be a call to, like, whatever you're facing, if you're facing your anxiety and worries or anything like that, it's safe to let go, and it's safe to trust, and it's safe to know that you are protected by the angels, by your guides, by your galactic, by your ancestors. Like, everybody's in your corner, you know? And Four of Pentacles has malachite, and malachite can also be really helpful for good luck, good fortune, and anchoring that stuff in as well. And the Four of Pentacles often talks about stability in finances and relationships in a way where you start to feel settled and secure. So this card is not just potentially reassuring you that you're protected, but also referencing back the King of Pentacles, that you are anchoring in financial stability, or stability within yourself, within your emotional body, within your physical body. You're finding more stability, growth, or financial body. You're finding stability or growth, or in your relationships with other people, you're finding stable ground. And this can just be a card of reassurance. If you faced financial hardship recently, there could be a satisfying end to these financial problems that Spirit's going to bring in for you. And it's another ask to trust that you're safe and protected. And even though when we go through financial issues, it's not meant to last forever. We go through periods where it can be really hard, and then we'll start climbing the hill and get to the top of the hill and then the bottom. Like, it's just very fluid. But I think they're trying to bring in a new form of wealth and stability for you. And that wealth can be financial or physically or emotionally for you. Because we can't just focus purely on financial stability, because we want to have stability in our health, being healthy, being emotionally stable, being stable in our relationships, in our careers, and everything. Because if we focus too much on material possession, it could create a block. And just having the trust that everything's going to work out. They're going to work it out in divine timing, even if it's scary. Plus, we have tax season coming up, so maybe some of you will get your money back if you're in America. And then these are the other two cards that came out with this deck, so I'm just going one at a time. So the next card we got is the Hierophant. I'm ready to love and to learn. This is so cool. This is such a powerful reading. We have amethyst here, which is another crystal that could be calling out to you. Again, I feel like you have the key to infinite love and success. You know that you can feel infinite love and the unconditional love that Source, God, Creator, Energy has for you, that your angels have for you, that your higher self has for you, that your ancestors and galactics have for you. You have the key to feel these waves of unconditional love, and you might feel them suddenly when you're doing things. Maybe you're gardening and it washes over you, or maybe you're meditating, or maybe you're singing, but you have this key to unconditional love and unconditional self-love as well. Like, you know how to unlock that for yourself, and you don't have to rely on an external source to show you what unconditional love is. You have the key and the ability to basically plug in. It's like a cord that you plug in and then you charge your phone. It's like you can plug in straight to source energy, straight to unlimited energy, and you have the key and the know-how. I think you're very spiritually advanced. Like, you can do that. You know what it's like and what it feels like to be just washed over with love. Love that's so much that you can't help but like cry. At least for me, when I plug into it, sometimes I just cry and cry. Happy tears, because it's just so much love that my body just like, it feels like it's going to explode if it doesn't just release in some way, because there's so much. And there's definitely some, you might do crystal work, that's the crystal in her palm. You might do crystal healing. You might do Reiki. You might be really powerful with your hands and the way you can move and sense energy through your hands. I'm drawn to this storybook and this writing. You could be an author or a writer, but also this can also reference potentially your Akashic records, you being able to go into your Akashic records or to access knowledge or memories from your past life, or tap into your Akashic records and learn what your plan is for this incarnation, or you just working on writing this incarnation's Akashic record. Like you're constantly in the background, you and angels are writing this Akashic story of this life that you're living right now. It's a combination of all those things. I definitely see this blue energy around the throat chakra and the crown chakra. I definitely feel like there's been some chakra balancing. So maybe you've done chakra clearing recently, or chakra balancing, or you're really tapped into all these chakras throughout your system. So you've cleared and aligned them so you can really channel more through source, or tap into your gifts, or to remove blocks, because sometimes blocks are just things that have been gunked up in our chakra systems, and it's such a good idea to cleanse them on a regular basis. I love cleansing my chakras around moon phases, so new moons and full moons. I like to do like chakra cleansing and meditation just to make sure everything is clear and online, because sometimes things gunk up without you even realizing it, and it's good to just flush out the system so you're like aligned, so you're speaking your truth, you're allowed to speak your truth, you're safe to speak your truth, and people will listen because your voice matters, your gifts matter, your sensitivity matters, your creativity matters, your spiritual gifts matter, your wisdom and your intuition matters and is needed. So it's some beautiful energy, but it can also mean the Hierophant can be a call to of continuous learning, because we're on this journey to continuously learn about our spiritual gifts, to expand our gifts and share them with the world and share them with other people. And maybe you're studying something new, or going to go into a new type of career or something like that, or a study program. This was the last card that came out in these three. We got the Magician. This is such a powerful powerhouse reading. It's like fully stacked. Like the energy is poised, it's charged, it's abundant. That's the best word to put it. And this says, I manifest perfectly what I desire. We have so many like manifestation cards coming through. This is basically the third card between the King of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Hierophant and everything. And we have citrine. So if you feel called to work with citrine, there's citrine. I'm so drawn to these flowers. So when I was meditating earlier, I was feeling and seeing flowers growing out of my hands when I was doing some anchoring of just higher frequencies. And for me, it's like, this is like your manifestations, these flowers. This is you having the magical ability to make things grow around you, which is so similar to the greenery in the background of this card. This is your magic. You are the light that allows all these opportunities to blossom around you, for all these manifestations to come up through the ground, to bloom. And there's a combination of buds that are yet to blossom, and ones that are fully blossoming, and ones that are almost completely out. All the different stages of a flower opening up is all around you. So you have all these different manifestations that you're magically creating with your frequency, with your light, with your energy. with your wand, if you work with wands and you do more like witchy ritual stuff. But you are growing. You are the source energy for the growth of these manifestations. And the anchoring into this infinite love, this infinite light, this infinite possibilities, like I was saying earlier, that source is infinite love and light and possibilities and opportunities and creative ideas for you. And you have this direct connection. So you're able to channel that through you and help anchor in all the necessary frequency and action for all these manifestations to bloom. I manifest perfectly what I desire. That is you. You are the magician. You are the magician who's also the Hierophant. So you're in the magician energy and the Hierophant. So you are manifesting and you are magic and you are powerful. But you're also dedicated to a continuous study of learning, of growth and development. You know there's no stopping you. You know there's no cap on learning, on loving, on growing. We don't just finish shadow work and it's done. We don't have to do it again. We don't just get to a spiritual spot where we're like, we're done. There's always more things to experience and to learn and about ourselves and about this earth, and maybe it's career stuff too. It's like I feel this simultaneous energy of like 3D career, or like learning in this 3D world. Maybe there's like a hobby you like or something you're just fascinated by that you're passionate about learning, but you're also passionate about learning spiritual improvement and gifts and honing that in as well. And you're both like the magic and the logic. I feel like there's a mix of that. Especially if you're business minded or scientifically minded, there's just this beautiful mix where you know that everything is connected. There's magic in science and business. There's magic in everything. And so you are this magician energy, but you're not egotistical. That's the best way to put it. There's no cockiness. There's no egotisticalness. Just because you know you're powerfully gifted and you know how to use your gifts, it's not like you necessarily flaunt that or try to monopolize that. Like, you're very humble because you always know there's more you can learn and more that you can grow as a person and as a spiritual being. I'm being drawn to the orb. You might be someone who can see things that are coming through the future. You could have prophetic dreams. You could just see sometimes glimpses of future possibilities. I'm drawn to the sword as well. I feel like maybe some of you work with cord cutting energy, Archangel Michael energy, blue flame energy is coming through of like clearing and cleansing energy, cutting ties with old timelines. And this cup, it's like there's stuff spilling into this cup. And I feel like you know how to fill up your own cup. You can fill it up without taking from others or draining your own cup. You know how to tap into source energy and fill up your light, fill up your love, fill up with possibility and abundance. There's so much good in store for you guys. Like, I don't know, it's just like I keep hearing like ding ding ding, you hit the jackpot. I don't know if that's just metaphorically coming through or more of like a physical thing for some of you, but it's like you know where you want to go and you know what actions to take, and you're not going to let doubt and fear stop you from manifesting stability in your life, however that looks for you. Okay, beautiful horse, the energy, magical unicorns. Do you have some assistance for us? Let's just do the one that shot right over the King of Pentacles. Aw. Says be happy, be thankful for the happy times you share with your friends. So I feel like these could be friends that are in your life or going to enter your life, and they're just so playful and light and lovely, Like they have so much love for you, and they're going to give back to you in ways you might not have previously had in relationships. But it's a lot of playful energy and this anchoring of gratitude, which is what's going to help bring in this financial stability, is gratitude for everything. Gratitude for the moments you hear a good song and it makes you smile. Gratitude for spending time with the people you care about. And I'm also drawn to this beautiful unicorn energy, because there's like almost like some light coming off their unicorn horn. So I feel like this is like another way to point at your magic, your manifestation magic. It's like the wand. Their wand is attached to them. Their wand is their horn, and also can reference crown chakra energy as well. And I feel like you are happy and you are thankful, and you're finding joy even in the present before the manifestations come through. You're here to have fun. You're here to keep it light. You know, you can't be light 100% of the time. I'm not subscribing to toxic positivity. We have our down days, but overall, you know, you're going to find the joy in the little things. And if you're having a bad day, you try to turn it around if you can. Mentally or physically turn it around. The Pokemon, I felt called for the Pokemon, so here we go. Is there a little Pokemon guy who has a little message for the collective at this time? Or, you know, maybe some sort of connection. Okay, this is the one. These cards are the cards I've had since the 90s, so they're very full of my inner child energy. We have gloom. That's really cool. So gloom, it says, the fluid that oozes from its mouth isn't drool. It's a nectar used to attract prey. So what's coming forward for me is, and there's also like spores coming out of the top. There's these spores that are coming out of the top of gloom, and that drool isn't drool. It's a nectar that's an attractant. And what's coming forth and how it's coming forward to me is you are an attractant to all that you desire. You are oozing the frequency of love, of abundance. It's like you're producing the pollen that is attracting a beautiful scent. You're producing the nectar that is attracting good fortune, good luck, abundance, wealth, health, love, community. You are in this energy of attracting, and it's coming naturally. You might be producing this without even realizing it at this point, where you're just exuding gratefulness, you're exuding love, you're exuding the frequency of abundance, because you're anchoring that in, and you already feel abundant with your life, with just your gifts that you have right now. You might not be abundant financially, but you could be abundant in spirit. You could be abundant in wisdom. You could be abundant in food and health. You could be abundant in so many areas, and you're so grateful for that, and you're just naturally attracting more and more wealth, health, and prosperity. You are this natural attractant. You're like almost like a pitcher plant, where like good luck and beautiful opportunities are just going to start falling into your lap or falling into your pitcher, because you're exuding this nectar of just this attractive energy of like you are deserving, you know you're deserving, and you're grateful, and you're sweet, and you're loving, and you're kind, and spirit knows whatever you're given, you're going to be giving back in some way to others. You're not going to hoard everything for yourself. You want to give back to other people and other passions or things that you care about. Could be animals, could be people in your life. This is the one that literally popped out immediately. These are my galactic channeled symbols from my Andromedan family. This is the correct, like, it's not like this. It's like, this is what the symbol looks like. This is my channeled messages I wrote on the back. Oh, this is awesome. This glyph holds the vibration of ascended movement. It's a launch code for soul expansion and multidimensional travel. So some of you are traveling multidimensionally. It hums with propulsion and remembrance. It can represent incubation and sudden awakening and breaking free from an old architecture. You're bursted out of a chrysalis made of limiting beliefs. You were never meant to stay caged. Your wings were grown in shadow and starlight. Now rise in your true form. This is a declaration of readiness. I am no longer delaying the inevitable rise. This is potent symbol of personal acceleration, spiritual breakthroughs, timeline shifts, or preparing for contact in meditation. This can also help activate the Merkaba, and this can also help with multi-dimensional travel without fear. But the basis of this glyph is acceleration. Like, you are accelerated, you have broken out of the chrysalis. This goes right along with like last week's message, right? Because last week we were breaking out of this chrysalis, we were this butterfly breakthrough, right? And this is like, yes, we've broken out of the chrysalis. It's time to be seen. It's time to be valued. It's time to receive. It is time to be a magnet and attract the wealth, the abundance, because we are magic. We are prosperity. We are growth. We are stability. And it's time for us to embrace who we are, embrace our gifts, embrace what we have to share with the world, and for that to be recognized by everyone, by the greater world. You are ascending. You have shifted timelines. Like, that's another thing that glyph symbolizes, is awakening, of shifting timelines. You're in this timeline of abundance. You're anchoring that in. And the more that you don't give in to anxiety or fear, the more you stabilize that timeline. You're stabilizing the timeline of abundance, of prosperity, of being seen for who you truly are and recognized and rewarded. Seeing what Lemuria cards are going to come through, because we are anchoring in this 5D Lemuria energy every day. Every day that we choose ourselves and we choose the light and we choose to work on ourselves, to grow. Every time we heal ourselves a little bit more, we're also healing the planet. We're also healing the collective energy and helping everyone get on a path of light simply by choosing ourselves and not subscribing to the darkness. Booyah. Oh my gosh, life force energy. This is what I'm saying, y'all. This is abundance energy. You know your source. You know you're made of source energy. You have infinite abundance because source creator God has infinite abundance, and you're allowed to tap into that and have that. There's a lot of sacred geometry, almost Merkaba stuff going on. So maybe you do Merkaba work or sacred geometry work. Maybe you do crystal grid work. That stuff's really powerful and really cool. There's more vegetation out the wazoo, just blooming all these plants. So, I mean, I don't know how many times Spirit's going to repeat this blooming. You're in bloom. You're in breakthrough. You're anchoring in this timeline. You're being celebrated. Like, I feel like the dolphins are jumping and celebrating you, celebrating your light, your frequency. It's like you're super reflective. Like, I see all these crystals around her, and there's this like reflective energy, and it's like you're reflecting so much love and so much light, and you're attracting so much growth, so much abundance, so much of your manifestations that are growing and blooming and that you've been seeding. And this beautiful like mountain and energy, it's like you getting to the top of the mountain, which is what I've been saying earlier. It's like you are going to be as stable as a mountain. And maybe you live around mountains, and maybe you also tap into the mountain energy you're surrounded by, their stability, their anchoring energy, their grounding. They're protective. They're also very protective. And when I've talked to the mountains, they're like, lay down your burdens on us. Lay it down, let it go. We can transmute it, we can anchor it, we can turn it into life force energy, because they work so closely with Gaia, because they're an integral part of Gaia in a big, powerful form, and they can just be a shoulder to cry on, a rock of stability, this beautiful, beautiful energy. And there's so much light, so much expansion. Like when I'm looking at this mandala, I see it like expanding almost infinitely. And that's like you have infinite amounts of expansion, of growth, of learning, of whatever you're getting really passionate about. And her palms are open and wide. And it's like you are ready to receive. Your palms are facing up, and that is like a state of receiving. You're in this state of calling in your abundance, and then opening your hands and knowing you are worthy and meant to receive in this lifetime. And you also might have a connection to Atlantis or just water spirits or worlds in general. Oh my gosh. The way the cards just echo the message every time, it just blows my freaking mind every time. Like my guides and everything, like just thank you. I'm just going to shout everyone out that I talked about at the beginning. Thank you, guides and angels and everyone channeling through me, because you guys couldn't be more clear. The way that you orchestrate these cards is amazing. Shine your light. Which is what I've been saying. You are this light. You are this attractant energy. You are this blooming plant. You are this light. It's like a flower made out of like light. You know, you're like otherworldly, because you might have access to your Akashic and really understand where you come from and other lifetimes you've experienced. And you're kind of like bringing that knowledge and that wisdom into this current incarnation, and like celebrating your earthliness, even though earthliness can be kind of like, woo, crazy, up and down polarity. But you're finding a way to anchor in this light, this knowledge, this wisdom from all these other lifetimes. And you're like this interdimensional glowing being, this flower, this just glowing being, right? Who's like having fun learning and anchoring in light in this earth incarnation. There's so much light coming from her hands and her body. It's like all of those streams of light are coming from you. And you're so bright and you're so beautiful. And you've worked so hard to get here and to learn more about yourself and to clear. And now you're just like this beacon of light, this beacon of hope, and this beacon that attracts what is in your highest good, the stability, the love, the connection, the community, your soul tribe. Everything that is meant for you is coming towards you because of the light and the frequency that you're existing at, the vibration that you are anchoring daily. And it takes daily effort and a continuation and a dedication to yourself, to your growth, to your healing, to your love, to your light. And you've been cultivating that for a while. And the darkness will not win around you because you're too light. It just like, it can't exist around you. And although there may be ups and downs, you still find your light. You still shine bright. You find a way to shine a bright, even when you may feel a little down. I mean, it couldn't be more clear in these cards about you being magical and mystical and interdimensional and having this knowingness and having these gifts and anchoring all of this in. I'm so excited for you. All I feel is like you're on the precipice of just so much wonderful abundance to come through. It's like we're about to step through this next doorway into another chapter of our life. Where you know, we don't exist in fear or lack or struggle, and we just anchor in our gratefulness and the abundance we have, and we just are this attractive magnet to all these things that want to come for us, that Spirit has for us, because we weren't meant to suffer eternally here. We're meant to find our light and be rewarded with more light and more love and more abundance, because we like to share and we're grateful for everything. It's so good. It feels electric. Like there's been this electric buzz in the air and like my body and my spirit, and like this weird buzz in the air of like, I feel like everything's electrically charged, and all of a sudden things are going to spark into new life and new beginnings. Just everything's so poised. We're just on the cusp of just so much wonderfulness, so much magic that is meant for you, because you're so magical, you're so powerful. You did it. You're in this new timeline. All we have to do is wait for the divine timing of Spirit bringing this towards ourselves, while we just shine and do our thing and have fun. And then like it's like almost in the background, this stuff is gonna like be like whoop, while you're having fun. It's like bam, there it is. So thank you guys for being here, for listening. This was a kind of a longer one. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time, whatever time of day this reaches you, rest of the day, morning, night. I love my little community. You all mean so much to me, and I love to hear, from you guys. I love like your comments and your likes and all of that, like however you feel called to communicate. I love hearing from you guys and how this reached you or how you interpreted things yourself. I'm always sending you so much love and so much light.